Hello guys, Oroth here and a warm welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you my scorch build that I highlighted in a previous video that I'm gonna link in the description. But here I'm gonna use a much lower resonance version. So I'm gonna showcase both a low resonance version and a mid resonance version. And this is just to illustrate how important it is to build your character correctly, and if you do so you will be able to be super strong even with low reso. So here I have a 1.5k reso build, and yeah, you could see the essences and the set pieces there at the beginning. And now let's do a dummy round test at first. And remember now that some of the legendary gems we're using right now is not good for single target damage. We will deal a lot more damage in a dungeon, and this is a dungeon build that also works great for raids. So I would say that yeah, super strong. And most likely, if you are 1.5k reso and you go to the dummy and try out your damage, you will be far behind. And this is because I have focused on building my character correctly. So what you have to do is that you have to study my guides in detail to understand what you have to do in order to improve your damage a lot. I will link some useful videos in the description. I especially urge you to watch the Ultimate DPS Guide 2.0, because there I will explain how the damage is calculated. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't need to have high resonance in this game to deal a lot of damage, and once in a while I release these videos just to prove that, because I saw some comments on my previous Scorch build video that this will not work if you're not high resonance, and yeah, I just wanted to prove to you guys that this is not the case. I'm also gonna showcase here at the dummy, before we do some dungeon runs, this mid-tier resonance version, and yeah, let us see how it performs. And yeah, here you can take a quick look at the gems. Here I'm using a mix of 5 stars, 2 stars and 1 star gems. I have 2.7k resonance, and let's attack the dummy here and see how it performs. And the reason why I make these videos is because the mission of this channel is to teach you how to reach your full potential. So if you're struggling and if you're a little bit behind, you can't blame everything on resonance or secondaries or whatever, because that's actually not the case. If you're performing bad, it's because you have not built your character correctly. And I also recently made a video about secondaries and why they only matter up to a certain point for PvE content. So the secondaries is not an excuse either. What you have to focus on is to have the correct magical attributes, the correct reforges, and you have to make sure that you have the correct type of legendary gems, and that will take you very far. And as you can see here, I deal a lot of damage here as well with the mid-tier reso version. And I've done a few runs, and sometimes I am able to reach way above 800 million with this setup here. And I could also switch out the teleport for the new Midtier pants. That would deal even more damage, and I could maybe even get close to 1 billion damage with the mid-tier version here. But anyways, let us switch back here to the lower resonance version, and we're gonna do a dungeon run. And I'm also gonna teach you a little bit how to position yourself if you need survivability, because this build is very strong in that regard, because we have a lot of freeze effects, and this means that we will not take a lot of damage. And as long as we keep track of these AoE effects that appears on the ground, we will be able to survive all the time. So anyways, here we are in Namari, and let's see how we perform. And we can also see here that we have some teammates here with 3 times our resonance. I will not spec all of them, but we can see the white 4k wings there on one of my teammates. And yeah, now we of course also have the S-class affix here, but you can see that the damage output is crazy, and this is with 1.5k resonance. And what I can also say here is that you will see me standing a little bit on the edge of the battlefield, because I have such huge range with this build, so I don't have to get in the middle of the enemies. I can stand a little bit to the side and I will reach all across the room here in most dungeons. So I can stay at a safe distance and just keep dealing damage. I have to keep track of my health bar, of course, so here I use the health potion. But yeah, it's not really that difficult to survive in dungeons if you just pay attention. But of course, sometimes you can also make mistakes and you might die, and that's fine. But the damage output here is crazy, and this is with 1500 resonance. So I hope that this serves as a proof of concept that yes, this build works very well, but also that you don't need to have high rank legendary gems in order to perform well. As long as you practice and you become better and you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to out damage almost anyone, even if they are 3, 4, 5 times your resonance. So yeah, now we can also see the single target damage here a little bit. We are currently starting here at the boss phase with just above 1 billion damage. And of course, you will see now that when we attack the boss here as well, we will also deal quite a lot single target damage. So this is not only good for AoE damage in those rooms where we kill off all the ads, we will also deal a lot of damage in this situation as well. And we can also see that at the damage per second. And of course, if I would play against someone with higher resonance that's also optimized for PvE content, of course that person would be able to deal more damage than I do right now. But as a matter of fact, most people, they are not optimized at all. So if you are very, very optimized, you can almost beat anyone, no matter the resonance, even if they are 10 times higher than you, because most of the time they are not optimized. So here we are approaching the end. We're gonna see if we find some nice loot here this time, but it doesn't look like it. And let us also do a quick run with the mid-reso version just to see how it fares. It's of course difficult to just compare one run with another because it depends on what type of mobs that spawns, but I just wanted to see here that you can be very, very strong. So let's go here to the mid-tier reso version and let's see what we get. And yeah, I also get a lot of comments that I should release videos where I use lower resonance versions, and I just want to ensure you that whenever I release a build video, even if I use my max resonance version, if you play the build correctly, it doesn't matter your resonance really. If you need more survivability with some builds, you can do some switches. You can switch in one defensive gem, like Battle Guard for example, and that's gonna be fine. You will still deal a lot of damage. I hope that you think it's fun to see me play with a little bit of a lower resonance as well. And yeah, I just want you to know as well that when I evaluate the build and I play with my max resonance version, I always compare myself with how I perform using the max resonance version with other builds. So if I feel that something works well when I use the higher resonance version, it will most likely also work very well with the lower resonance version. And that might not be the case if you have not built correctly, because if you have very high resonance, you get away with not having a perfect setup. But with lower resonance, of course, that's what you have to focus on even more in order to be competitive. And we can see here once again, now we get Namari, but we get this special boss. And here I died because I was not paying attention. I need to stay away from these blue ice circles, of course, on the ground because they deal a lot of damage. So I died one time, but it can happen. I made a mistake. I still deal a lot more damage than anyone else here. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and until next time I want to wish you a very nice day or a very nice evening wherever you are. And of course, to all of my clan members in Nyx, I would also like to say Voruk Nyx, Sholak Sol. So bye bye.
If a boy or if a girl subscribe to Autumn's channel, let him take you to his world. Subscribe to Autumn's channel, the best choice you will ever make. Subscribe to me tell you one more time. Subscribe to Oroth channel. All the answers you shall find.